Welcome back, everybody, to Toon Talk, your favorite Flint, Michigan Beer League podcast. It is episode 26.
Ray Shepard.
What?
That is very true. Very true.
Ray Shepard was 26. This is the Ray Shepard episode. He was traded for Igor Larionov.
Yep.
Okay. Happy Ray Shepard episode.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I'll be honest with you.
Somewhere.
Our demographic, our 21 to 28-year-old demographic is not going to get that reference.
I just remember, so the only reason I really remember Ray Shepard, I think it was NHL 94, and I could score all the time on the little glare on the ice with Ray Shepard.
Do you want me to go get that game for you, Garrett? I have it.
What's that?
You want me to go get the game real quick?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
We'll play a quick game, yeah.
Okay, yeah, great.
I wasn't but here we go.
Yeah,
hey, the show's going to be better now. All right, let's go. Keep going.
He's just going to hold up a little, I think he has those little NES
coasters. Yeah, he's got does he have Sega or does he have the NES? No, the NES.
Is it a Oh, it's the actual game.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, I thought he just had the coaster.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, nice.
All right. I have a Ray Shepard coaster.
So I meant an N60 or NHL 94, whatever. All right. Big week for the boys. We got a lot to get to. I know we say that every week, but this might be our most jam-packed episode we've ever had. We've got a big Toons win. We got the playoffs are set for the B2 division. We've got award finalists to get to. We've got a new segment where we're going to end a couple of inter-team arguments. And that's all. That's all we have.
Okay, so four.
Four. You guys.
I mean, we got a million places we can go with the lead, but I got to take it from here. Dougie Fistbumps had a great showing a couple weeks ago. Was on the fence. Maybe he'd come to the 10 o'clock game. No show there. We forgive him for that. I go over I go over there on Friday. Go to Tyler's, hang out and whatnot. Wasn't allowed to come downstairs. I think Dougie Fistbumps is grounded.
Uh-oh. Mrs. Fistbumps grounded Dougie.
Yep.
Ooh, that's rough. I can vouch. That's something you just don't play with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine when the hammer comes down from Mrs. Fistbumps.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, rumor has it he only worked a half a day that following day. So
following Monday.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So maybe for skipping work, maybe for staying out too late. Who knows?
Hey,
your new friends are horrible.
They're a bad influence.
Yeah.
That hockey team is a bad influence.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Nothing quite like getting a dad grounded for drinking with you.
With the boys.
Yeah. Gotta love it. All right. We'll just hop into it because we got a bunch of shit to get to.
4 things.
But those are the 4 main things, Garrett. Don't start with me. Don't start with me. Although I do need to be nice to you because we got something coming later that I have to be.
Yeah, you do.
So I don't like this whole having to suck up to you for the whole show thing. But whatever.
Oh yeah, hey, just like your childhood, man. I was always your favorite.
There he is. Timmy light the lamp.
It's back.
Timmy 2 points. I mean, an 8-1 win. This is, I think, our biggest margin of victory this year, and it came the week before playoffs. I mean. Can't ask much more than that. Team that we haven't even come close to beating yet.
Yeah, and I think we lost 3-1, and that was a close one. But
yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, because that was the one where I pulled the goalie, I pulled Bray, and somebody said that you didn't want to pull him, and it's like, I don't want to win. But anyways, I digress.
That's not how that happened.
Yeah, that's how that happened.
Yeah. Whatever you say.
Hey, don't you forget what's coming up.
Okay. I tell you what. Last 2 weeks, the Bud Bash Bros they're banging on all cylinders.
I don't know why it took us so long to pair the two of you up on a forward line. But honestly, the Bud Bash Bros have been killing it.
Yeah.
But you guys have 6 points combined in the last 2 games?
Yep.
That's a nice little streak for the Bud Bash Bros.
Yeah.
Now, Tim, let me ask you this: if you had to pick one center to be your Bud Bash Bros center, who would it be?
Oh boy, you're doing me dirty with that. Yeah,
because you got to go. Are you going for raw talent choice, or are you going for who's a good Bud Bash?
You got it. You have to weigh all there.
Everything. Yeah.
But I feel like
John.
What's that?
My heart says John.
That's your center.
We see
you're-
what he could do up at Gaylord.
You're weighing one thing way more than talent on the ice.
I mean, this is beer league hockey.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just not going to answer. All right. That's
No,
fine.
I'm not trying
Maybe
to
his
cause
internet
any turmoil
froze.
right before playoffs.
I'm not trying to cause turmoil either. I just thought it would be an
Sounds
interesting-
like you are.
an interesting thought experiment. But okay,
Huh.
sorry.
Something else we can bring up later. Yeah.
What else? Oh, so we got Tim goal and an assist, Craig goal and an assist, Jacob Brown second game back, playmaker. 3 assists. Nice little bump for him. I know he was a little upset that he didn't do much 2 weeks ago in his first game back. So nice to see him get on the score sheet a little bit. I got to shout out Poon Patty for 2 primary assists on Dan's 2 goals. I'm pretty sure he passed the puck from the crease on our crease on the first one.
Yes.
And at the face-off dot on Dan's second goal.
Yes.
So Dan skated both goals from our end to the other end and scored, and Joe got the primary assist on both of them. So I think we'll keep those 2 guys together for the foreseeable future as a wing pair.
They don't ask how many, they ask how.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Something like that.
Or yeah, ask Buckley, he knows. Tyler with a goal, Dan and I both 2 goals and an assist. It was good to have Dan back.
Yep.
Yeah.
He,
Oh, yeah.
He
couple
looked
weeks,
good
opens it
out
up.
there.
couple
Opens it
weeks
up a little
off.
bit.
Yep. He started us out with a beautiful snipe. That
Yeah, it
I mean,
was.
they kind of deflated them a little bit, and then because they scored the first goal, they were up 1-0 with about.
Yeah.
Well, the best thing about that was, I mean, that was the first goal of the game. Then we scored 8 unanswered goals.
Yeah, we just started rolling, and we scored. I think it was 3-1 after 2 periods. I think we scored 2 goals in the first 45 seconds of the third period.
Yeah.
To make it 5-1.
Yeah.
What is that? 6 guys, multi-point games?
6 guys with multi-point games and 9 of the 11 guys had points.
Who didn't?
That would be Mr. Reader and Mr. Bice.
Okay.
So, a couple defensemen, couple guys. I will say, shout out Joe Reader. Realized he had his skate was broken in half, or his blade was broken in half right before the game. So he had to borrow a pair of skates from a guy who played the game before us. And,
So actually, not even shout out to Joe Reader. Shout out to Andis.
Yeah, shout out to Andis. But
Yeah.
I mean, Joe skated. Apparently, we're talking to Andis after the game. He never sharpens his skates. Yeah, he said he never gets his skate sharpened, like maybe twice a year.
Huh.
And so Joe was like, yeah, I'm having a hard time turning. I think he gets these skates profiled. And after the game, Andis was like, no, I just don't get them sharpened. So every time Joe got the puck, he was just glassing out. And at one point I was like, Joe, you can pass me the puck. Like I'm wide open. He goes, no, dude, I don't trust it. I'm just getting the puck out.
Chip it out or F off.
Ship it out or F off.
Yeah.
That's right. But yeah, solid game all around. Bray played pretty well. Trying to think. Dan with the game chain. First game back, couple goals. I think he had our first 2 goals, maybe. Or 2 of the first 3. No,
Yeah, definitely 2 of the first 3.
2 of the first 3. Yeah, that's what it was. And then an assist. So got the game chain. Embry. I think this is the first time we've ever had a back-to-back goblet winner, because this is the first time anyone's ever gotten the goblet and then forgotten to bring it to the next game.
But he took it to the gym.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
We do have picture proof.
that's all well and good,
Yep.
but you got to bring it to the game.
You got to bring it to the game.
I mean, we don't have many rules on this team. In fact, I don't even know if we have any rules.
We do have one rule. It's if we have everybody show
Oh.
up.
Oh, right. We have the
Whoever
one.
played the most.
So you know what? I take it back. All our rules are stupid. Don't follow any of them.
Yep. All of our rules are stupid, Connor. Noted.
But I think Buckley was able to catch Dan as he was buzzing out, and got a nice little interview with him for his first game back.
Yep.
Take it away, Buckley.
Hi, Buckley here with Gooney Toon member you may have forgotten was on the team. Dan, how you feeling?
Oh, great to be back. Good to be back with the boys. Great win going into playoffs. Just glad to be back with the team. So
Yeah, H1 win, game chain. Give us a little recap of what you did today.
I got two goals. I think I got 2 assists. Pass the puck around, play with the boys. We got Connor his Art Ross win. Happy for him. Fuck Tyler, but way to go, boys.
All right, and most important question: you wake up in the morning, your mother's cooking your favorite breakfast. What is she cooking you?
Waffles, chocolate chip waffles.
Okay.
With bacon and some Fruit Loops.
Okay, and follow-up question. There is a Gooney Toon member sitting at the breakfast table with a glass of orange juice. No shirt on. Who is it?
Tim. It's got to be Tim.
All right. Buckley out.
Shout out Buckley. 2 weeks in a row.
2 in a row.
2 weeks in a row. I think that's his longest streak yet this season.
They call that a streak.
Yeah.
I mean, it was solid questions.
A little dangle there. You know, he thought he was done. He thought he was scot-free when he was getting those chocolate waffles. And then boom.
Yeah.
In at the breakfast table, no shirt on.
I don't know if do you think he knew what Buckley was asking?
I don't know. I don't know. Because he
I
was
don't- the
pretty
way-
excited to talk about his breakfast. I could
I
could
think
tell in the
I-
video he was pretty
you-
happy. He was like, oh, I got this softball.
When you asked that, I think he was still thinking about the chocolate chip waffles and bacon
Yeah.
when you were when he was answering the second question.
I'm wondering if Dan thought he asked him who his favorite Gooney Toon was.
He definitely did not ask him that.
Maybe.
I'm just surprised I don't like this like first answer when a question comes into your head is Tim thing that a lot of guys on the team do. For whatever reason, it's like desert island, shirtless at the breakfast table, like all this nonsense, and it's always just off the cuff is Tim. We need to break the Tim cycle we have.
Well, when you're top 4 in points, I mean.
Oh, I mean, he's not wrong, Garrett.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. And I hate to say it because one of our favorite things to do on the show is give Tim shit, but Tim had a hell of a year.
Tim did.
7 goals, 7 assists, 14 points. I don't think you had the 4th highest point per game total, Tim. No, you may have had the 4th highest point per game total. I think you were just below 1. I'd have to look that up.
No, Brown's going to be up there.
Oh, you're right. I think it might be Brown's. Yeah, I think you have the 5th highest.
Probably the best. Yeah. Well, no,
I think Brown played. I think Brown played.
You're probably 1 over.
Tyler and I are both
over.
Tyler and I are both like over a point per game.
Dan's going to be up there.
I think Brown and Dan are just under a point per game. I think Dan might be just over.
Brown's at a point per game.
I think he played 9 games.
Oh, I thought he played 8. Okay.
I think he played 9 games. Again, I'd have to fact check that, but we don't do that on this show.
Yep.
So,
But I got a new record last game.
you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Furthest shot.
Oh yeah. Okay, I thought you meant like
Top of the circle.
I thought you meant like a Toons record. You said a personal.
No. Personal record. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tim's goal this week, I think we did the math, and I think the length or the distance between where you shot it and the goal was the same as your previous 6 goals combined.
Yeah.
Probably.
We actually could fact check that, and
It's probably
it's probably pretty accurate.
It's probably pretty close. I'm pissed I didn't have the bench cam because as soon as you got the puck like right at our blue line kinda, and you started skating it, and the whole time you were skating it, I was just going, oh God, no, oh God, no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And then you cross the blue line and you just let one go. And I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And then it went in and I was like, what is happening? And your dad and both your sisters were sitting right there in the stand and they went nuts. I was like, that was incredible because, well, and the thing of it was, is like the period before, or it would have been in the first period, you were carrying the puck in a similar fashion and the hand jitters came out again and you just like threw the puck across the blue line. And I was like, oh, here we go again. And then for whatever reason, it just smooth Timmy just crossed the blue line. And
I came across the blue line and I had the defender on me. I was like, seen the top right corner, only had 3 inches.
Oh, geez.
I was like, no problem.
You close. We all know. You know how I know you didn't see that? Because you came back, or you came in the locker room after the game and you're like, we're like, man, Tim, that was a great goal. And you were like, where did it go?
I was also pretty tuned up for the first half of the game too.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a great game. I will say, so Garrett, you mentioned the 2 guys that didn't have points, Reader and then a certain someone who we gave this week's Raw Meat Play of the Week to.
Somebody's been feeding Johnny raw meat. Look at him go. Yeah.
Shout out Mike Bice.
I love that picture of
That's
him.
one of the that might be the best picture we have for any one player in the team. It's incredible. Blocking a shot to keep the game close. Late in the third, or like midway through the third period.
Yeah, keep the game close.
Well, but I will say, so
Saved a goal. Saved a goal.
This is partially for the block shot, which did save a goal.
Yep.
And partially for just a raw meat mentality that he's had all year. I know we talked about this previously, but when we need him to play defense, plays defense, no complaints. We need him to play wing, he plays wing, no complaints. And he does both pretty well, to the point where it's, he's not a liability when he's at either one of those positions, which helps the team out when we need to move guys up and down the lineup. Never complains.
Sometimes a goalpost gets in the way.
Sometimes we may be talking about that later. Sometimes the goalpost gets in the way, but yeah. Shout out Bice.
Is that a tease?
Maybe we've been doing a little bit of teasing. We've been doing a little bit of teasing Toons.
Stop. Hey, remember what's coming later. Both of you.
Oh, sorry, sir. One thing I was thinking about when I was doing the write-up, we've 2 wins in a row headed into the playoffs. One of my favorite things in all of sports that people talk about heading into the playoffs is the team that no one wants to play. It's a team that gets hot right going into the playoffs. Everything's clicking and they start rolling at the perfect time. This year in the B2 18 and over league at Crystal Fieldhouse, I think that team's the Gooney Toons, boys.
Absolutely.
I definitely think it's the T's and Tunes.
Yep.
I mean, and it's not like we had 2 close wins where we're just barely eking out. I mean, 5-2 last week, and it wasn't even really that close. And then an 8-1 shellacking this week of Family PT.
2 of our best games of the year by far.
Yeah.
I mean, we're rolling right now.
Well, we have all of our key players back. Everybody's off the IR. Well, and then Phil jumped on it, but we're healthy for the most part.
Yep.
And we want it.
Everything's clicking at the right time. Yep. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. We'll get into it in a little bit, but I'm ready to roll into the playoffs. You guys got anything else about the game?
I don't think so. Craigie getting another goal, so he's got a little streak going.
I like the way Craigie's playing right now. I'm gonna be honest.
I do too.
He's ferocious out there. The Bud Bash line, the Bud Bash line might be our number 1 line. They might be the first ever grind line to be the number 1 line on the hockey team. which is pretty fitting for the Gooney Toons.
Yeah.
All right, we will jump to what's your excuse?
Late game, so a lot of excuses.
Yeah, bottom 2 guys live an hour away in Midland, 10-15 game, kind of understandable. We normally give them a pat. Well, we do and we don't. I mean,
although Eric did say last time we played Family PT, he's like, I don't care that it's a 10 o'clock game, I'll be there.
Yeah, he wants to play Earl.
He said he'll get his chance this Sunday. That's
We'll
another.
see, man.
That's
We'll
another.
see.
That's another tease. So yeah, hopefully we can get the Midland boys back for this week. Phil still on IR with the thumb injury. I don't know what Tom and Grafton's
Tom's late game. He works at like 5 or something.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's right.
So he doesn't come to late games.
Yeah.
I get it. Grappin, I think wasn't he checked in at one point?
I don't know if he was. 2 weeks ago he had COVID, so I don't know if he was. I don't know if he was just being careful, which obviously we appreciate if he was.
Yeah.
And again,
I don't think that crossed his mind at all.
No, you think it was just a 10-15 game?
I think it was just a late game.
Okay.
Could be COVID, could be Peloton with the family. Who knows?
We don't know.
Could be saving Gotham City.
That's true.
All true.
Although another thing about John was a no-show. Garrett, no goals for you. You got an assist, but
I got an assist. I know. So that's my issue. I need John back so I can get some goals.
It is insane that your goals are dependent on John being there. I would just like to point that out.
You know what? I don't know why. I don't know how, but if it works,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's just very funny that it's like your goals are dependent on.
I think player team
Johnny.
sees him, gives him a little more space, kind of thing. You'd be like, oh, this guy can't skate, and then he'll surprise you with a little chip pass, and boom, I'm in.
I will say, Garrett, I was going through for our awards, I had to grab a couple highlights, and I was going through some of our early season highlight videos. And there is a video where we're playing Mercino and you're like on a breakaway.
Yeah.
And Jake, number 96, is chasing you and catches you. And you
I
don't
probably wasn't
score.
in my prime hockey shape.
And then, so it's very funny to like just juxtapose. Oh my, you know what? It's to compare those two. I'm not even going to try that. Like the two, like the one where you skated and you beat them.
If you're feeling sexy before you do the editing, put them side by side while we're talking about it.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd be curious to see that too.
Something tells me he won't feel that way.
Yeah.
I have a lot of editing to do this week, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
If it's the play, I think, because I get stoned I still get a shot off.
You
right?
get a shot off, but he's like right on you, and you get stoned by the goal.
But I still got the shot off. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, but I still had him beat. That's one where it hit my glove, and it's like straight up, right?
Yes, more or less.
Yes. Yeah. I still burned his ass.
Well,
And he's half your age.
And he's half my age. Did I mention that?
That's not true.
Thanks, Tim.
Factually inaccurate, although we can't fact check on this show. So.
Okay, he's like, what? A third my age?
Like 10 years younger than you?
Yeah, a third my age.
Okay. All right. All right. Anything else about these guys? Hopefully we see him this week. Shout out Phil. I think he was talking about maybe coming to the game to support the boys, but if not, we're hoping he gets better soon.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers.
Amen. All right. Let's we'll move on to a quick recap here. Oh, I forgot to do our Barn League score. We won 10-7, I think, or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We whooped on him pretty good.
Yeah, we did. So they're the final standings.
Oh, hey, rewind 3 episodes. I think it was. I think we all went around. We picked our top 2.
I think you're right. I don't remember who we picked.
I'm pretty sure I had Dirty Works and SJM.
I had Dirty Work and CNS just because I had us beating both SJM and Family PT.
That is true. You did have us winning our last 2 games.
Yep.
Tim and I both laughed at you, I think.
Yep. Well, I remember. That's why I'm bringing it up.
All right. Round of applause for Garrett for being right.
Thank you. All right. Make sure you tip the waitress on the way out. Yep.
I was doing a little bit of research. Dirty Work has not lost since January 3rd.
Was that our game against them or no?
So we beat them the last week of December.
Yep.
And then they lost to CNS the first week of January, and they have not lost since.
Wow.
So I don't know who they picked up or what they're doing different, but Dirty Work went from being last place in 2021 to winning every game and jumping all up to first place at the end of the year.
Jeez.
So they're rolling a little bit too. They're rolling a little bit too. Yep, something like that.
Yep.
SJM slid into that second spot with a win over CNS this week.
It sounded like they had, and I think they're pretty lucky that they got that second spot because I think there were a couple.
They got a little
game suspensions in that last one. So I'm wondering. I'm curious to see how Crystal's going to handle that one, and if they're going to say, well, that the 1 versus 2 friendly before the rest of the playoffs counts as your game suspension or not.
Yeah, it might. I don't know how they're going to handle that.
That's up to them.
Yeah, it is. CNS and Family PT separated by a single goal. So
hey, you're welcome, CNS.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They should be thanking me because I got a ton of shit for scoring a garbage goal with no time to go when we were up 7-1. Well, CNS, now you're not.
Or they could
us.
thank Bice for saving that goal.
Yeah,
that's true. Or they could say Bice. That's right. That's right, Tim. But
yeah.
they should thank me. They didn't go ahead and thank me. So yeah, this is end of the season, regular standings. Not too much to talk about here. But next up, we've got. Here we go. The bracket. B2 playoff bracket. Here we go.
I like our path. Not gonna lie.
I do too.
I like our path.
I'll be honest. I'm not scared of anybody in this league right now.
Yeah, nope.
Not the way we're playing.
The only team we haven't beat is CNS, and last time we played them, we were missing 2 key players. And
no Brown and no
rounds in the shootout.
No Brown and no Dan, and we still almost beat them in a shootout. We honestly should have beat them. I think we were up like 4-1 at one point.
Yeah, no, we were definitely running that game, and then just kind of. Well, that was the one where the guy kicked the puck in for the tying goal. Yeah.
Which listen, it's
barely. Yeah,
should let that's gonna happen. But if we have a 4-1 league, I think we just let our foot off the gas a little bit and let them get back into it. So
exactly.
But yeah, I agree with Garrett. I like our path. I will say Family PT, I know for a fact, had a couple guys missing when we played them this past week. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
would
So
not,
they're
I
gonna win
would,
over Swimming Dick.
I would not expect an 8-1 game like we just had, but I still think we'll be all right.
And I'm kind of wondering if Mr. Embry kind of poked the bear too.
Yeah,
Oh,
with that,
Selke.
with his little, yeah, we'll talk about that's another little tease, Tim. Another little tease.
Tees and Toons are in full effect this week.
We're getting good at this shit. This whole podcasting thing took us a couple episodes, but we're getting there. All right,
To
so
the Ray Shepherd episode.
we'll do this. Who do you guys think is going to come out of that bottom half of the bracket, make it to the finals? We won't talk about the top. I think it's
Because we all know that.
yeah, because we all know that. Who do you guys, of those 3 teams in the bottom of the bracket, who do you think is going to come out?
I'm gonna say CNS.
You think?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Mercino.
So I was going to say SJM. So CNS, I was looking at it. They've lost 3 of their last 4 or 4 of their last 5. I'm not sure which.
Didn't you? Oh, that one. It was SJM that you said had picked up those guys. And
Right, but they
weren't there.
but they weren't there when we played them last week. Also,
Were they there this week? When
I don't know, but I do know that goalie Brandon, shout out goalie Brendan, apparently has retired from their team for the 3rd time this year. And apparently it is final this time. So
we'll see what happens if we see him in the
We'll see.
finals.
Didn't know we had a Brett Favre over here.
I do think Mercino is kind of a dark horse though. I don't hate
I don't hate it. Yeah,
I don't because they got a couple guys. Apparently they're gonna really crack down on roster checking or something, but I don't think anybody.
They send everybody a text.
How are they
I don't
gonna?
know how. You know,
Say,
they
are they
if
gonna
anything,
make us?
all they're gonna do is just go down the list, like check numbers.
Are they gonna make us? Are they gonna make us check in before the game or something?
They might.
I'm not against it if they do.
Yeah, I actually don't hate that.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't either. We
have nothing to worry about.
Obviously,
We're gonna
obviously. Yeah.
It's
Obviously.
no skin off our back. So
Right. Yeah. And if they want, honestly, if Crystal wants to do that, good on them, because there have been problems in the past with teams bringing guys in just for the playoffs. So, So, all right, we all think 3 different teams coming out of the bottom. All right, let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you a slightly different question. Who do we want to come out of the bottom of the bracket?
SJM.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
Yeah.
I kind of do too. And it's not even because it would be our easiest matchup. I honestly think CNS would probably be our best matchup.
Yeah.
I just want to beat SJM again.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good game. But
I like the times too. Not gonna lie, the 8 o'clock and the 6:15 time slots.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it as like a realistic. Okay, let's see. Gonna get drunk then.
How many guys can we get? Okay, yeah. And just for in the event that the unthinkable happens and we end up getting bounced, we still do have consolation games the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
So we'll be talking about our games and the playoff games for the next 2 weeks, and we'll be recapping all that for everybody, so everybody can keep up to date on the most important playoff bracket right now. I know it's like March Madness or whatever, but I don't think there's any other important brackets coming out this time of year.
Yeah,
it's like March.
Is that curling?
Nah, no, it's not curling. Curling doesn't normally do brackets. Not really a bracket sport.
Is that the Frozen Four? The hockey?
Yeah, no. That's April.
Oh, okay.
That's in April. That's April Madness.
Spring training, maybe. I don't know, but they're not doing that. So
No, they're definitely not doing that. Not a baseball podcast. All right. So there is your B2 2022 playoff bracket. Shout out the Toons. Should we have people fill these out and submit them?
Fill them out and just kind of bring them and post
Fill them out. Okay, I'll tell you what. If you fill out a Gooney Toons playoff bracket and you hand it to one of us at the rink and you get it perfect, we'll get you some Gooney Toons swag.
Yeah, we'll get you some merch.
Yeah, but you've got to give it to us by this Sunday before our game, which is the 9 o'clock game on Sunday.
Yep.
So if you get and I'm planning on going and watching the 8 o'clock game, so we'll be there.
Yeah,
I was going to say the same thing too.
We'll be up there around 8 o'clock, a little before 8. So get us your brackets, and if we have a perfect bracket, we'll get you some Gooney Toons swag.
I'm gonna fill mine out now in crayon. Boom.
Hope you like QR codes.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have some Goonie Awards to reveal the finalists for. So we've gone over these.
Garrett for everyone.
We've gone over these a couple times, so everybody should know what they are by now. We have 6 NHL awards and 5 Toon awards, made up Toon awards. There are 3 or 4 finalists for each, and we'll just go through one by one. I just want to say before, I'll say this now, and then I'll say it after we reveal all the finalists. The voting is open as of right now. As you're watching or listening to this, the link to the voting poll is either going to be in the description of the YouTube video or the description of the Apple/Spotify podcast link.
Must have Gmail account.
Thank you, Garrett. You have to have a Google/Gmail account to vote. If you don't have one, it takes 3 minutes to get one. I apologize for the inconvenience.
Don't be a boomer.
Fredline@gmail.com.
Got it. It is what it is. The voting will be open for 2 weeks. And what do we end up calling it? I keep calling it the award show extravaganza. What did you call it last week, Garrett?
Oh, fuck. What was that? I don't even remember.
So the award show extravaganza will be March 24th. That is the Thursday after Championship Sunday. So you have until the Thursday before Championship Sunday to submit when the voting will close. So without further ado, here we go, boys. First up, we got the Hart Trophy Team MVP. And these all categories are in alphabetical order, so there is no bias as to how these names are revealed.
First name or last name?
By first name.
By last name. By last name.
Connor Fridline.
By last name. By last name. All right. First up, we have Tyler Barassa, Connor Fridline, Braden Schick. Do we want to do thoughts by each one of these as we go, or do we want to just reveal them? What do you guys want to do? How you guys want to do this? We have a lot to get.
Let's do that. Let's do thoughts right now.
Okay.
We'll talk about this.
Quick
If you have
thoughts.
something, say it.
We'll do quick thoughts. We'll do quick thoughts. I am going to recuse myself from this specific this particular conversation.
All I'm going to say is there's the wrong Fredline up there.
Okay.
Well, it's probably just a spelling error.
Yeah. That's what it was. No, here's the thing. I like this one. We'll see, kind of what pulls up people's heart. Are we looking at points? Are we looking at those, days where Bray pulled something out of his ass and kept us in a game? What are we looking for here? That's why it's up to you, voters.
Yep.
I will say I did say I was going to recuse myself, but I can't. One of these players played forward and defense and did both spectacularly. So just keep that in mind, voters. Do you
And one of these players yelled at you more than all the others. The other two
That's also true. That's also true. But not all our listeners are on the team, Garrett, so they don't know about that. So I haven't yelled at them yet. All right. So that's the Hart. Next up, we have the Norris for best defenseman. Jacob Brown.
Oh,
Connor Fridline.
man, you were giving me shit to put my name on everything.
This is the only no, spoiler alert, this is the only 2 I'm nominated for. So get out of my face. Get out of my face.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I like this one. I'll be honest, Connor, out of those 3, this is just being serious, you're probably my last choice.
Really?
Yeah.
That hurts my feelings a lot.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, had you played D all season, that would have been a different discussion. But Reader,
how many games did you play on D?
4 games on D, and I think I had 7 or 8 points.
Yeah, and Reader's played defense all season. He's been solid. Brown was hurt. He comes back, and we win both games. So
I'm not going to start disparaging guys who are who are finalists for the Norris Trophy. So
I think you're great. I think had you played defense all year, I think you'd have a better shot. This is my opinion, my vote.
Time out. That's not on me. That's a coaching decision.
Okay. Well, guess what? This coach isn't voting for you.
That's not a tease.
Yeah, that's not a tease. That's a straight up time. I'm not saying who I'm voting for, Jake or Joe, but that's just my opinion on it. We're talking about it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I appreciate your honesty. That's what we do here. We're honest. Tim, any thoughts?
I think it's gonna be close.
Oh yeah, I think it'll be close too. That's just
All right.
Close between Jake and Joe.
Okay, here, let me ask you this. We'll do this live on air. When we reveal the winners, do we want to reveal the percentage of all 3 finals?
Nah.
No? Okay. All right.
I would say unless it's something.
I want to.
Okay,
all right.
Okay. I'm not opposed to it.
Because honestly, I don't think anybody, I wouldn't be upset if I got 0% of the vote in this category. I really wouldn't.
Well, yeah,
And I don't, and
I think you'd be salty if nobody voted for you for Hart because
I would be a little bit salty, but at the
He's
end of the day,
getting one vote at least. We know that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
you're
I'm not
getting
getting.
one
I'm not
trophy.
getting 0% in either one in
Yeah.
either category. So
Connor's getting the participation.
my mom, and my dad said they would vote for me in both. So I had to make separate Gmail accounts.
How do I spell Gmail, Connor?
All right, so we'll do that for the reveal show when we do it. All right, next up we have the Vezina for best goalie. This
was
is a very
a shoe. We can just skip this one.
It's a very deep category. Ben Fridline, Garrett Fridline,
Save percentage.
Braden Schick.
Metric.
Yeah.
We had to dig pretty deep for this category. So
Hey, you know what? This is probably the only year we're gonna have this might be the only clean sweep
we have in the history of awards.
I don't think it's gonna be a clean sweep.
Are you gonna vote for yourself for the Vezina? You're not voting for me for the Hart, but you're gonna vote for yourself. Your argument for the Norris was I didn't play enough games at defense, but you're gonna vote for yourself for the Vezina when you played one game of street hockey over the summer.
Yeah.
Who's the team leader in shutouts?
Percentage.
Wait, shutouts or shutout percentage? Shutout percentage isn't a stat.
Well, you know why they don't have it? It's because then I'd win it every time.
Oh my god. All right, we're gonna move on. I think there's a clear winner here. And if he doesn't get 95+% of the vote, there's something wrong with the voting system.
Congrats, Garrett.
People don't understand shutout percentage.
All right, next up we have the Lady Bing. This is the most gentlemanly award. And I think we made this both on and off the ice, being a gentleman on and off the ice. So the nominees here are Mike Bice,
Good one.
Garrett Fridline, Tom McQueen, and Craig Skidmore. I think
This is going to be a close one.
This is going to be a close one. I don't
This
think
is gonna be
Tom
close.
or Craig have a single penalty minute this year. Garrett, I don't know if you do or not. And I think Bice has
don't think
one tripping minor. And as soon as he did it, he said, well, that was my fault. And
I
just
think
stayed
that
right
too,
to the
but I
belly
think
button.
both of them were like similar to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think Bice and Garrett and Craig too, have the off the ice buy around for the boys edge, because Tom normally doesn't stay around. He does sometimes, and I guess Tom does that too. But it really just comes down to kind of on the ice demeanor. I think you're right there. I think this one might be one of the tightest
This
ones
is
we
going to
have.
be a tough one. Yeah.
Hey, who's gonna hold the door open for me?
That's true. We have 2 weeks to decide.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's
so
gonna
that is-
tie my skates?
No one is gonna do that.
Oh, I got it. Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one.
Would you like tape on the bottom of your blades?
Yeah.
All right.
I'd probably still skate better.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Selke. This is for the best defensive forward. So reminder, this is for a forward who plays good defense. There was a lot of confusion about this. Hold on. Brendan Embry,
Oh, okay.
Eric Fridline,
Okay.
Joe Grappin, and Phil York
Ooh.
are our finalists. I know we said the last one's gonna be tight. I think this one
one's
could
gonna
be
be
the
tight, too.
tightest. This one could be
Yeah.
all four of those guys. I mean, like 2 of those guys actually play defense, so they have a little bit more of a defensive minded game.
Yeah.
Phil and Embry, I think, back check probably
I would say
harder
the
than
2 best back checkers.
just
are
about anybody on the team.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, this one's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And Embry played center and he played wing, and he played both very well.
Yeah.
Always has kind of a defensive, get the puck out first mentality. So
I
this'll be
think he's
good.
found a new home at center though.
I
Oh,
think he has
absolutely.
too. I
Yeah.
think he's filled in nicely. He was waiting for. He was asking for it, waiting for it, and I think he.
I don't think he ever asked for it.
Well, he brought it up. He said multiple times. He said, I played center in high school, so he may not have
Yeah,
asked
yeah.
for it. He may have more casually brought it up in conversation. So
I don't know. Yeah.
All right, and then our last NHL Gooney Award is the Jack Adams Award for the best coach. The nominees here are Coach Tavis, Coach Ian, and Coach Brandon. This is Crystal Fieldhouse Brandon, ex Crystal Fieldhouse Brandon.
Yeah. FedEx branded.
So yeah, there are coaches. This should be a good one. All 3 guys have been a big help this year. all three guys helped out.
Special in
helped out.
their own way to the team.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And all three of them just have done a lot of shit without even us even having to ask, which is awesome. I mean, we love all three. If we could give them all the Jack Adams, we would. But unfortunately, that's not how we do things on this team. You don't get a participation
The
trophy.
poll wouldn't let you do that. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. So those are our NHL Gooney Awards. Couple of them should be close. Couple of them should be interesting. We will go to the Gooney Toon Awards, the made up ones that we have. We had one small change to one of these, but we'll get that in a little bit. So first up, we have the Doug Glad Award for the biggest goon. Tyler Barassa, Tim Lewis, and Joe Reeder.
This is gonna be another tough one.
I know.
I like this one. I'm gonna have to do some deep thinking because there's a lot of factors in each one of these guys.
A lot of factors. Tyler got a suspension.
Yeah.
Tim has thrown his gloves farther than anybody else in the history of hockey.
Yep.
And just loves being the third man into every scrum that we have. And Joe actually has gotten into like a couple legitimate scrums just this year alone. So yeah, this is gonna be a tough one.
Yeah.
Gonna be a tough one. Tim, would you be upset if you won and or lost this award? What would you be more upset about, if you won or if you lost?
How would you be upset if you
well, because not everybody wants to be a goon.
I don't know, man.
That doesn't bother me.
Okay.
I would be surprised if I won. I would be surprised if I won.
Okay. Little she's trying to temper expectations.
No.
So we can throw himself a little party when he wins.
Yeah.
All right, so there's our biggest goon. Next up, we have the Wendys special trophy for the biggest beef. I will, if I remember to, I will try and splice in the highlight videos of these as I reveal them. So first up, we have Mike Bice running into the post in our own zone when it was nowhere near the play. Game 5.
With probably the best reaction from Bray.
Yeah. We have John Hagan running into the boards to stay on side, also in game 5. We have Dan Coughlin breaking his ankles first game of the season.
I forgot about that.
It was a back check too. Yeah.
Yep. It was a back check and he went to transition and snapped his ankles.
Right, because that's what he won the goblet for that one. He was the first
goblet recipient.
Game chain and goblet winner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then last but not least, Joe Witchard tripping and dropping the water bottle, puck bag.
Oh, man. I've got my favorite. I'm going to
before game 4.
Because I don't want to.
So those are our 4 nominees for the Wendys special. I think there are a couple that are a little bit better than the others, but again, we'll see.
Not mentioned, Reeder getting worked, falls, tries to get up, falls down again.
Yeah, we had to cut. I mean, obviously we can't have a ton of nominees for each category, so we did have to cut one. That was an honorable mention. Was Reeder getting dangled, falling, getting up, falling again. That was all right. Next up, we have, this is the new one. Act like you've been there before. We made this the most entertaining Selly. So not the best, not the worst, the most entertaining. So here we go. We've got Brendan Embry. He did an ice grab after scoring to make it 5-1. We have John Hagan. He attempted an ice grab after an assist. did not score, got an assist.
It was a good sauce.
It was a good sauce, but
good sauce.
Still, I think the only league in the world that sells assists is the KHL. So
and the B2
and B2 at Crystal Fieldhouse. We have Tim Lewis for doing the Hulk Hogan after scoring the shootout winner against Dirty Work, I believe it was.
Yeah.
He did. He pointed at the crowd, told him to get up, and then did the Hulk Hogan. So shout out Tim for that. And then last but not least, we have Joe Witchard again for his attempted clay pigeon shooting. Selke.
Oh, man.
Again, there's
With
a couple.
the backwards.
The bat, yeah.
Backwards.
Again, attempted because he couldn't get his glove off, and then his stick was backwards. So yeah, again, couple solid ones in this category too. So, I'm excited to see who takes home the gold here.
That'll be a good one.
All right, 2 more left. We have the mouth, which is for best chirp. Got some solid ones
That's
here.
a stupid name.
We got, no, it's very dumb. It's very dumb. Just the mouth. We have John Hagan for his Big Bear in the Woods chirp of Tyler in Game 3.
Get tied up by the big bear down in the deep woods there, Tyler. Come on.
Early in the season too.
Yeah.
One of the few chirps we actually caught on the bench cam, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So it's very good. Garrett Fredline for his Make-A-Wish player chirp at John in that same game.
Hey, we're line mates. What can I say? Yeah.
That's true. That's true. We have Craig Skidmore for his Parkinson's Lewis chirp against Tim at the Barn League a couple weeks ago. We brought that up. Solid chirp. And then last, this is the only non-Gooney Toon nominated for a Goonie Award. It is CNS Motors number 7 for his Donatello do-rag chirp on Tim.
I don't like this award.
Oh, it's not the guy with the fucking do-rag on your fucking head. That's racist. Take it easy, fucking Donatello. Take it easy, Donatello.
Oh, man.
So those are the Mouth Best Chirp of the Year award. I don't know how we will get, because we don't know his name. I don't know how we'll get the award to CNS Motors number 7, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Someone will accept it on his behalf.
I guess it'll have to be Tim. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I will say honorable mention for this one too. Back at the Kettering skate when I bet Tyler, I said, "Oh, I bet you can't hit the crossbar from the blue line." Second try, rips the clapper, hits it, and Bice goes, "Oh, he can hit the crossbar from the blue line, but he can't score from 3 feet away."
Oh shit. All right. Last but not least, we have the for the worst excuse of the year. Brendan Embry forgot his whole bag at home. First game he's been to even remotely early this year, and he just did not bring his stuff.
Came dressed up that game too, I believe.
Yeah, wore a shirt and tie with his quarter zip. John Hagan, we didn't have one in mind, but it was basically a new excuse every week for 3 months.
Yeah.
So I mean, pick any of those, and they just kept piling up and piling up and piling up. We had to put him on as a finalist here. Joe Grappin, family workout night.
Boy,
that's a rough one.
Yep.
That's a rough one. And then last but not least, I just realized this now. He's nominated for 3 of these awards. Joe Witchard for giving Santa COVID. So those are the Goonie Awards, as well as our NHL awards. Should be fun. Again, voting is open. Check out the link in the description of either the YouTube video or the Apple, Spotify podcast, however you're listening or watching to this. 2 weeks to vote. We'll talk about this again next week, briefly, just to remind everybody. But yeah, should be fun. We're very excited for our award show. We're going to have some some guest celebrity presenters, some maybe local, maybe international. That's a little, what would you call it? What I just did there, Garrett?
A tangle.
Okay, a tangle. That would be a tangle. Yes.
We're the Tangle Toons.
Tangling tunes. All right. So
Tangling and teasing.
last thing we got this week, boys. Last thing we got to end the show this week. We have a new segment type deal.
Not every week, but we'll be thrown in there.
Some hockey
as
teams,
needed.
some hockey teams have a kangaroo court where they get together, the players can come and settle disputes and differences among the boys, among the team. So for the first time, Toon Talk presents Gooney Court. This is Gooney Court, brought to you by Toon Talk. We have 2 cases on the docket today. In both cases, the Honorable Judge Garrett will be presiding. Judge, the court is yours.
All right, gentlemen. We have 2 cases today, as Connor mentioned. The first shall be the case of the Firebirds tickets. Can you check the notes? That's correct. So, Tim, for opening statements, go ahead.
Well, so it starts out, I go to buy Firebirds tickets for a Sunday game, take my daughter, a little father-daughter time, just her and I, just being a good dad.
This is such horse shit.
Hey, silence or else you're out of the court.
Oh, okay.
Continue.
So I go to the Firebirds website on my phone. They have a little promo where you click on it because they had a game Saturday and Sunday. So I click on it, made a mistake, bought tickets for the wrong game, bought it for Saturday night, whatever. So I text Connor and you, Garrett, and I knew Connor was wanting to go. So I said, hey, I got tickets for Saturday night. And if I can't go, do you guys want it? Connor goes, yeah, sure. What do you want for them? I say half.
If the record is correct.
Yes, it was Flint General's night. Yep.
Yeah.
So
key game.
I offer half. Cool. He doesn't have to pay to me full value. So, I forward the email to him. Well, then I buy Sunday's tickets and I forward the email to him. Well, in my email, I had 3 emails grouped together from the Firebirds. So I text him. I say, hey, make sure you open the tickets, make sure they can open, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm. For the record, what day did you send the email?
It was the Thursday that I bought the tickets.
Okay. All right. Noted. Plenty of time.
Yep. Plenty of time. So.
Okay. So can I go?
All right. One second.
My rebuttal?
Court recognizes Connor Fredline, your rebuttal.
Okay. He sent me the tickets. I greatly appreciated that. I will read verbatim the text he sent me. He said, send it, check your email, make sure you can open those tickets. I asked him, I said, did you send it to? And I gave him my email. He said, yeah. I said, I still haven't gotten them yet. He goes, hold on, trying again. 1 second. Try again. I said, I can open them. He says, make sure you can, he said, check your email and make sure you can open the tickets. That's a very distinct thing because I want to make sure it's understood that he did not say, make sure I sent you the right tickets.
Stenographer, let the point of order, let the court note that words mean things. Continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. He did not say check to make sure I sent you the right tickets. He said, make sure you can open them. So I opened my phone quickly. I just clicked on the link he sent me. It opened it up. I've done it before. So I know what the tickets on your phone online look like. I said, yep, I have 2 tickets there. Great. I said, yeah, I can open them. Good to go. Walking into the game Saturday night, I said, okay, I opened my phone. I went, we're walking into the building. It was very crowded. So I didn't want to have to be waiting in line and getting my phone out and having them scan it. So I get my phone out. I go and I open the tickets and I look at them and it is for Sunday against the Erie Otters at 2:00. That was not the game I was going to. I was going to a Saturday night game at 7:00 against the Sarnia Sting. So immediately I was like, God damn it, Tim, you dumbass, you sent me the wrong tickets. But it's still not the end of the world because we got there 15 minutes early, not the end of the world. All he has to do is send me the right tickets. So I call him. No answer. I text him. I said, hey, you sent me tickets for tomorrow's game.
Oh, whoa,
Not-
whoa. That's not what you said.
I said, hey,
Ooh,
no,
oh,
no.
oh.
I said, hey, hold on. I said, hey, you sent me tickets for tomorrow's game, not
What?
tonight's. I called him again. Second time, I called, texted, called, again, no answer. Hey, dumb shit, pick up your phone. Called him again, texted in our group chat with Garrett, Eric, and John, as well as Tim. I said, hey, do any of you know where Tim is? Dumbass sent me the wrong tickets for the Firebirds game. Booney is not happy, which was all true. Called him for a 5th time. No answer. At
Point
this
of order
point,
2. Let the record show that Booney not being happy means no one's happy.
thank you, Garrett.
Yep.
So at this point, I have texted him a number of times and I have called him a total of 5 times in the span of probably 10 minutes. At this point, my dad has bought 2 tickets. We are walking into the game because it was 5-2. It was packed. He had to wait in line and buy his 2 tickets. Walk into the game. We get into the game. I'm standing in the beer line. I get a text from Tim. Hey, check your phone. Sent the email.
I was at dinner.
Timestamp for that email, Connor?
The email was sent. Hold on, I will check. Actually, you know what? I can't check because I deleted it because I was so pissed. He sent the text at 6:57. Check your email.
Deleted. Key evidence in the case.
Wow.
Interesting.
I didn't know we were going to. I know we were going to court over this. Until like yesterday. I didn't know.
Okay.
You know,
All right. Noted. Let the record show.
The reason why I did not pick up or answer my phone was in my coat pocket, which was on the back of the chair because we were out at family dinner. Myself,
Can I?
Where'd you go?
my wife,
Good
Point
question.
of order.
Good
Where did
question.
you go for dinner?
Lucky's. My sister is a server there, so we went to see her.
Second point of order. Which sister for Connor?
Yeah. Older or younger?
Older.
Yeah. Okay. His boyfriend, somewhat. Yeah.
That is
I
true.
continue.
I would like to rebut. I don't think that's a great excuse.
Yep.
If there was an emergency, you should be able to answer your phone. If there was an actual family emergency, I'm not saying this was an actual emergency, but
Close.
in the event that there was an emergency,
It wasn't the fact that I couldn't answer my phone. It was just in my pocket.
so that's so.
I didn't have the ringer
Whose
on.
fault is that?
I was enjoying time with my family.
You can
All right.
you can enjoy phone with your family and still have your
I've
phone
heard
in your
enough.
pocket.
I've heard enough in the case of Connor v. Tim in the Firebirds fiasco.
Thank you.
The court finds. Wait, who's the defendant here?
He would be the
That'd be me.
defendant.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he had opening statements. The defendant guilty of not answering his phone and sending the wrong tickets. The fine will be either 2 Labatt blue lights or providing the phone number of your younger sister.
I like both of those options quite a bit, Judge.
I'm a fair judge, so you. the
Even
defendant
though
can
the
choose.
tickets were forwarded prior to the game time.
Can you provide information proving that the tickets were forwarded? Because Connor deleted it.
He
sent-
did.
He sent
gave
the
you the
te-
time.
he sent the text at 6:57.
Okay, were the tickets in Connor's? Did you send the tickets before game time?
I'm pulling up my email right now.
I'll be honest, I don't even know if I checked my email when he sent that text because he said check your email. I said we're already in.
Oh man, I jumped to conclusions here.
You've already landed down the judgment, Judge. You can't.
Hey, this is
He
getting
hasn't
recorded.
banged the gavel yet.
Yeah, I haven't banged the gavel. yet.
It's not even a real gavel.
Looks real to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're thinking.
This is the best thing ever. You're both like, this is Toon Talk. You're both sitting here going through your phone.
There's not a time.
All right. He doesn't
Hey,
have the evidence.
You had your opportunity. So
That's fair. That's fair.
Thank you,
So-
Judge. You are an honorable and just
All right,
judge.
you have 2 Labats coming your way.
You should have made it way more than that. You should have made it way more than that. Although I'll be honest, I don't know if there was enough Labats in the world for him to have given me his sister's phone number.
anyways, moving on.
If you want
Moving on. Thank you.
does he want to be my brother-in-law? Is that what he's trying?
No, I'm not saying that.
Yes.
Although it wouldn't be the worst thing
Brothers
in the
don't
world.
shake hands. Brothers got a hug.
All right, let's go. Let's move on. We're going. This is gonna be the longest
My
episode of all time.
second case is the more of a intellectual discussion.
Yeah, more of a
to be
debate. More of a
Okay.
debate than a court
Yeah,
case,
debate.
right?
It was brought up in discussion of future goaltenders for the Gooney Toons. Tim possibly volunteered with a comment along the lines of, used to play catcher. I could be goalie. It's got to be the same. Connor refuted that.
Actually, yeah. Why don't you have Tim read the exchange
Yeah,
verbatim?
please.
Because that actually.
Timothy.
I'm pulling it up right now. Talk amongst yourselves.
It essentially boils down to, I don't think being a catcher would necessarily make you a good goalie. Tim disagrees. He thinks there are carryovers.
No.
So I will just do this. I reached out to an expert and had him give his thoughts.
An expert witness. Okay. I
I think you would both agree that my younger brother Ben is a fairly solid goalie, and he was also a high school baseball catcher. So I will just read our exchange. I'm in an argument with one of my co-hosts. How similar is baseball catcher to hockey goalie? Oh, that's weird.
Huh.
That's weird.
Do we have an expert witness?
Is this a surprise witness? Hello, expert witness.
Thanks for calling in from the Adirondacks.
Ben, we're just getting into it. We're just laying out the case. I was gonna read our text exchange and basically just say what you said. But instead I will let you defend my case because you are in fact my expert witness.
Yeah. So I actually prepared something for this.
Turn your mic down. You're crazy loud.
Yeah. Move to strike.
Thank
Turn
you.
it down.
Better?
Yeah, it's better. That's much better.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what I prepared. Tim, you stupid
Well-
motherfucker.
No, well, before we even start, we don't even. I'm being accused of saying it translates.
Actually,
100%.
you know what? You should let Tim present first.
Okay,
Yeah.
Tim,
All
go
right.
and present your case.
Tim represent
Okay.
your case.
So, long story short, Bray is probably going to miss the first half of next year. He's doing some studies in Germany.
Correct.
Way to blow
Whatever.
up his spot.
Yep.
Whatever. So it was tossed out there like, hey, we got to, at least keep in the back of our mind. We got to think about goalie while he's gone, whatever. So I said, word for word, I actually would play goalie if it came down to it. Connor says, we're not talking about for a week or two. We're talking about half the season. I say, I know. Eric Fredline chimes in. Connor, I wouldn't want to put in net one of our elite scorers on the team. Which is fair.
Clearly a joke.
My response, that's a great point.
What you?
I'm getting to it. Then I say, but if it came down to it, I would do it if needed. I was a pretty solid catcher in high school. Eric says, hey, solid catcher.
I also liked that.
Yeah.
Let the record show the judge liked the catcher.
Judge liked that comment. Just so it's full disclosure.
My reply, Connor's response, I can't even begin to describe how little that matters. If Tim were the Toons goalie, we'd struggle in C League. Eric goes, Tim, Connor would know. He's been a goalie fan his whole life. Then I say, I never said it was 1-for-1, but to say it matters so little is asinine.
He called me
Don't think-
asinine, sir.
Asinine. Let the court.
I'll tell you
let
what.
the record
I'll tell you
show
what.
asinine.
When Tim called me asinine, that's when I knew he was actually a little bit upset.
No, I said the thought of it was asinine.
Okay.
I then say, you don't think tracking pitches or squaring up your body to block pitches translates at all?
Excellent.
I said, that's such a terrible take by you.
Yes.
You said it's similar, but not all that's replicable. There are a few carryovers, reflexes, and body positioning. But for the most part, that's it. Goalie is much more about angles and tracking the puck. Use your glove 90% of the time as a catcher, maybe 15% of the time as a goalie. Then I say, I'm not saying it translates 1-for-1. And then it says, save it for tomorrow night.
Okay. So is that your case? You did all you just did was read our text exchange.
No, because I wanted to get the facts out there for everybody.
Okay.
So I never said it was 1-for-1. I never said it was a direct translation.
You
None
said
of
it was
that.
asinine.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think because you were a good catcher, it would make you a good goalie?
I would be a terrible goalie. But if it's between me,
Wait, why hold on. Why would you be a terrible goalie?
because I've never played goalie before, other than
So that doesn't Bray never played goalie before a couple years ago, and he's a great goalie. So that logic doesn't make any sense.
A lot of logic games
You
going
said
on here.
you
I like
said
it.
you would play goalie on the basis that you have background catching, making you, I would assume in your mind, the most viable candidate on the team. Yes.
I never said I would be the most viable candidate.
I'm not saying you said that. I'm saying that I'm making the assumption that was your thinking.
No, I was stepping up because if it came down to having no goalie or
So why did you think you were a good candidate to
Let
step
the
up?
record show that we have 2 Vezina nominees in the room right now.
make that 3 after next season.
Time out. I want to know why you thought you would be a good potential candidate to play goalie. We're getting to you thought you would be a good potential goalie because you were a catcher in high school.
I never
Yes?
said I would be a good goalie.
Okay, you thought you were the best candidate on the team to be.
I never said that either.
I'm
I
not
said I
saying
would
you
step
said that.
up.
I'm trying to
I said
get
I
you-
would step up.
Okay, but
I
now
said I would
you're
step up.
backing up. Now you're backing up your point because we're in an
No.
argument. Why did you put your name out there at all in the first place? Why?
Because if we have nobody, unlike you, I would play goalie if that means we get to play hockey.
But what? That doesn't. But why you? Why you? Just because you're like, I'll take one
All
for
right,
the team.
order.
Yes.
I'm going to play.
That's really the only reason.
Hey,
Yes.
move to strike. Silence. All right. So the argument at hand. Tim says
Well,
that.
so now.
Yep. I will smite thee and put beer taffs or tariffs on you, whatever. Anyways, the record show. Tim says he would volunteer to be goalie if we didn't have anybody, and he believes that some skills from being a catcher would be viable. Fair?
Correct.
Fair.
Right.
Correct.
So my only question is, so being a catcher had nothing to do with you volunteering to be goalie.
If it's going to be between, let's say,
No. Answer the question. Being a catcher, yes or no, had something to do with you volunteering to be goalie.
one, no, I was volunteering regardless, but with catching background, some of that has to translate.
Okay, there's our argument.
So the answer is yes.
Gray
A
area,
little.
yes. I want to get to the expert witness. All right.
Well,
So both of
okay,
you guys shut up.
all right. Expert witness, please eviscerate my
Continue.
opponent.
So, as someone with a little bit of catcher experience, I
I
played
believe
catcher
you
about-
ended off with Tim.
Yeah. Well, so since Tim, I would assume that Tim's argument was being a catcher could make you a good goalie because there's a lot of carryover. But apparently, Tim has backed off his real stance.
He has
Now,
backed off his original.
I
statement.
haven't backed off at all.
It
That
is
was never the
disappointing.
argument.
It is disappointing.
No,
Um,
that was never the argument at all.
I want to hear that.
I
Stop.
no, because I said
Order.
you being a
Hold to
catcher
contempt.
would not make you a good goalie, and you're like, that's an asinine take.
No, I did not say that at all. I said you saying none of the skills would translate over at all is asinine.
Okay, there we go. Ben, give it to him.
Yeah. All right. So, first of all, I would say being a good first baseman translates about as well as being a good catcher and playing
Let the
baseball.
record show that Tim also plays first base.
Okay. Ooh, wow. But I'm just saying, being a catcher doesn't give you any extra advantages, except for it's like, hey, I'm going to stop the ball. As a first baseman, I'm going to stop the ball. It's the same thing. Because the thing about playing catcher is the release point is the exact same spot every single pitch, and the pitcher's intention is to throw it at your chest or in a very small area around you. Occasionally, you use your body to block it. Being a goalie, the release point is different every single shot, and you are moving up until the point the shot happens. Unlike in baseball, when you're set and you move at the very end once the ball is coming towards you. It's a whole different dynamic. It's about moving. Also, Tim, you can't skate backwards. You can't play goalie. I skate backwards I'm better at skating backwards than I am at skating forward. So like, you gotta be able to skate backwards.
When was my skating ever in question?
Well, if you're gonna play goalie, you have to be able
want
to
to
skate
play goalie, you
backwards.
have to be able to skate backwards.
Yeah, and
Let the record show that I've always thought it was bullshit. The statement of goalies are the best skaters on teams. So
No,
let the
Ben's
record show
not saying that. Ben's
No, I'm not
saying
saying
he's,
that.
he's saying Ben's saying he is a better backward skater than he is a forward skater.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah, because
Write it down.
it's just playing goalie. It's just all small movements. It's all skating backwards. So, I
But-
mean, like, I think, like I said, I don't think it carries over at all. And honestly, in my life, trying to play both catcher and goalie, they messed both up because you try and take like technique from one and it doesn't play over into the other because like the idea is similar and you're like, oh, I'm gonna block this. But if you block as a catcher, you just block and let it hit you and drop in front of you. If you're a goalie and you do that, that's a juicy rebound and you just got scored on. Because you have to control everything. It's not about like making this stopping it. It's about moving it somewhere else.
But my point is, if it came down to it to where we play no hockey because we have no goalie, or me suiting up, I'm going to suit up so we can play hockey. That was my point.
No, it's not your point.
Yes,
Not
it
your
is.
point.
Yes, it is.
Okay, that may have been your original point, but eventually it came to that when I said, Tim, you being a catcher has nothing to do with you being able to be a good goalie. You're like, that's an asinine take. That's one of your worst takes. You said that.
And then in the text, you said some of it will translate.
Ben is saying a minimal amount, but again, that was me.
Minimal is better than zero.
I'm not an expert witness. The expert witness is saying being a goalie made him
Who
a worse
happens to
catcher
be related.
and vice versa. It doesn't matter that we're related. He's the only Okay, I'll tell you what. Then you find someone who played both high school goalie and high school catcher, and we'll get them on next week and ask their opinion.
This court will allow the expert witness and has allowed the expert witness to testify. So
I think the biggest thing that Ben brought up that I don't know if he made clear was one of them, the person is basically trying to hit you with the object.
I'm not arguing
The
that.
other one, the person is trying to get the object past you.
Yeah,
And
I'm not
one-
arguing that.
And Ben,
But I think the hand-eye coordination translates more than somebody
no, because I have better hand-eye coordination than you do.
on ice. That's it.
No, hand-eye coordination is a general term. I have better hand-eye coordination than you do.
No,
Yes, I
not
do.
at all. No.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
there's no fucking way.
all right,
Yes.
so let the record show.
I was
we
a
will have
career
hand-eye
350
coordination challenge
hitter and for
at the
2
bar.
years of varsity in high school. Like I have better hand-eye coordination than you do. Deal with
No,
it.
I would love to see you even try and hit an 80-mile-an-hour fastball.
I
right
haven't
now.
played baseball in 9 years. Like, what do you want me to do?
Hey,
Okay.
We're gonna find a test, and we're gonna administer it to YouTube. We're gonna settle that. But that's
The
not what this
test.
is about.
Okay,
Yep,
fine,
yep.
fine.
That's not what this is about.
Either way, this like the one glove hand-eye coordination is a detriment to being a goalie.
See that quick hand?
Is it?
I didn't actually.
No, you lied when you did
Your
it.
internet was lagging.
This being it only this you like I said you
Think
use
you're gonna go glove side? I don't think so.
okay. What do you do if they don't go glove side? What if they do? What if the other 90% of the time they shoot at you? You can't go. You can't go.
Order. First off, expert witness, thank you for bringing light to the facts and your expert testimony.
Thank you, Ben.
Yep,
Thank you for coming
Ben.
on and schooling schooling this idiot.
I
Like,
will
what is
acknowledge.
Tim, you stupid motherfucker.
I will acknowledge that being a catcher does not translate well. However, due to the expert witness's testimony that a first baseman would translate better.
No, that's not what he said.
And the
No,
defendant.
that's not. Time out.
being
Time
a
out.
first
Time out.
baseman,
That's not what he said. That's
I'm-
not what he
I'm-
said. He
I'm
said it would
finishing.
translate the same as being a catcher, and in your words,
I'm
not
going to
at
call
all.
Gooney, and he's going to expel you from my court.
No, he can't. He can't go up and down the stairs. His hips all fucked
All right,
up.
I'm going to call your mother, so it'll be even worse.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right, so let me finish and duel out my my tariffs. All right, so this court finds the
There was no defendant or.
So
I
this
would
court
technically
finds-
be the defendant in this one too.
I don't
I
know.
guess-
This
I guess-
court-
I
this
guess
court
technically.
favors Tim in this one
What?
for his ability as a first baseman to be translate as a goalie. Settled.
Bullshit.
2 beers?
Bullshit.
Is that what it is?
We'll go.
Don't.
No, I already did 2 beers. Let's.
I'll
do-
give him a roll. I'll give him a roll of clear tape.
Roll of tape.
No,
Roll
yeah,
of
I'll
tape.
give him a roll of tape. I'm not going to say
Roll of
what
tape
color.
with,
I'm not
his
going to say
scores.
what kind. I will get you a roll of
Here's
tape.
some duct tape.
Roll of tape.
All right. This court is no longer in session.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
So now we got
No.
another Fridline Bukaki. Here we go again.
All right.
I'll see you
that
guys.
is- no, say hold on. Say for the
Oh,
end of the show.
okay.
Say for the end of the show. We're almost out. We're gonna wrap up. Thank you to everybody for watching. Shout out Gooney Court. We'll have to do this more if we have any inter-team disputes. We'll have the boys come on and settle them.
Yeah, it can be anybody. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it doesn't have to
somebody
be
on
us.
the show.
If you have an issue with a teammate, I mean, this would have been a great thing to do between Reader and Tim for the do-rag. That would have been a great. So we have this platform. If you have a case you want to take to the Gooney Court, I will say, if you would like a different judge, feel free to request. Feel free to request a different judge.
Judge is a lifetime appointment.
Okay, what if we do if the case is against you then, Garrett?
I'll take my helmet off.
You're gonna be the judge and the defendant.
If possible, one of the hosts will be the judge.
Yeah.
If needed.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you again to our surprise expert witness. Appreciate it, Ben. Tim, you, what did you say? You dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, that's about right.
Stupid motherfucker. That is our show. 9:00 game Sunday night, first round of playoffs for the Toons. Hope to see everybody there. Don't forget to fill out your brackets. And as always, thanks everybody for watching and listening and voting.
Oh, yep.
And go Gooney Toons.
I'll see your ass in appeals.
Thank you for tuning into Toon Talk. Please remember to share, like, and subscribe to the Gooney Toons hockey page. And remember, folks, tune in next week to see Gooney Toon content and other Beer League hockey news. That's all for today. We'll see you next week on Toon Talk.